Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Marissa from The Budgeting Wife, and welcome if you've never been here before. I'm so excited that you stopped by. In today's video, I'm going to be continuing a series that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, which is on how to budget certain levels of income. Last week, I showed you how to budget an annual household income of $50,000, which I will link above. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to budget an annual household income of $65,000. Now, again, I will say this again, as we've said in the other videos, but take this as a guide. This isn't exactly what you need to be doing. If you have an annual household income of $65,000, maybe you have $60,000, or maybe you're $70,000, it is going to vary. And also your lifestyle is going to be a little bit different than mine. So take that into consideration and use what I'm going to be showing you as a guide to how you can be budgeting your money. So with that, I'm going to switch over to Excel so that I can show you exactly how I would budget an annual income of $65,000.
Okay, so here we are in Excel to show you how to make a monthly budget on an annual income of $65,000. So up here in this purple section, I have the annual income of $65,000, and then I have our monthly after tax. And I did that, this is just an estimation, but I did that by taking the annual income divided by 12 and multiplying by 0.75, assuming that you will spend about 25% of your income in taxes. So this is an after-tax amount that we'll be budgeting for. So the budget that I'm showing you guys is a zero-based budget, and that just means that your total income equals your total expenses. And for those of you who are familiar with Dave Ramsey, this is how he says that you should create your budget, and this is also what I suggest you use to budget as well. So in this green section at the top, we have our total income. And again, I just got that number from this purple section here of what you'll be taking home. And it's important that when you are budgeting for your income, that you include all kinds of income that you receive in your household. So if two people work, then your income should reflect two people's salaries. So after this green section here, our total income, we want all of our expenses below to equal what our income is. So the first section I have is regular costs. And these are things that we expect every single month. And so our regular costs, our very first one that I have here is giving. And I'm a Christian, and it's very important in my budget that I'm tithing 10%. So in this budget, I also put 10% here to giving, as you can see in percentage of income. Under rent or mortgage, we put this as 25% of your income, with that being $1,015-ish to spend on monthly rent. Now, this is what's going to be so important in your budget, as you want to stay as close to that 25% as possible on your rent or mortgage, and that is because you do not want to spend any more to be house poor. Meaning that you still want to be able to accomplish other financial goals, other savings, paying off debt, doing things like that, in addition to also enjoying yourself and having fun. So it's important that you stick to that 25%. The next category that we have is utilities, and I recommend spending about 10% on that. And so utilities total, that would be $406.25. Now, things that go into utilities are going to be water, garbage, sewer, electric, internet, phone bill, cable, all those sorts of things go into utilities. And in your personal budget, you can definitely divvy those out. But for the purposes of this budget, I'm just saying that as a total, all of your utility bills should be around 10%. The next item we have is car insurance, and I have that at 4%, being $162.50, which is super doable if you are a two-car family. Groceries, I have at 8%, which is $325. And as a two-person family, this is a great amount to spend. I think this is super doable as two people. If you are a family of, 3 or 4 or 5 or more than that, this is definitely going to have to be something that you adjust. And again, just as a reminder that this is a guide, and so you're going to see things here that you are going to know yourself better, so that you may have to increase this to 10%, which means that you have to lower some of these fun things, or you're going to have to adjust it to fit your lifestyle a little bit more. The next item we have is gas at 5%, being $203. I think that this is also super doable for a two-car household. My husband and I, we each have about a 15 to 20 minute commute to work, and we have two cars that are older, and we spend about $150 on gas. So I think this is super doable. Miscellaneous, you always need a miscellaneous category. It's important that you just have an area that you can put a bunch of random things into, because it always seems that random things come up during the month. So here we have budgeted $121.88, or 3% of the overall budget for miscellaneous. And the total that I have here for regular costs is 65% of the budget, which is a good amount to stick to here for an income of $65,000. Although, again, like in the food category, you may want to give yourself a little bit more on that. And again, you know yourself best, but try and stick to around that 65% so that you can still accomplish your financial goals. All right, now we move into this purple section, which is the fun section. And these are just all things that are wants and not needs. So your needs are up here in your regular costs, and these are your wants. It's important that you are able to enjoy life as well, but just make sure that you have a plan for it. So here we have 3 different areas that I categorized as fun, but this can be a whole bunch of other things that aren't necessities. And so the first category here that I have is clothing, and I have clothing at 2%, being $81.25. I have eating out at 3%, being $121.88, and entertainment at 3% as well, which is $121.88. And things that go into entertainment are going to be like going out to a movie, or even if you have like a Netflix account or that gym membership, that probably should go to entertainment as well. So that totals to $325 for the month, or 8% of the budget. And again, you can change this around. Maybe you eat out more, or maybe you don't eat out, so you want to spend more on clothing. Again, you can play around with that. But as a total for that fun section, that fun spending money, I recommend staying at about 8%. Now we move into what I think is the most fun part of the budget, which is the financial goals, because I just love to see accomplishing the goals that I've set out with my finances and seeing how I can use my budget to do so. So for this budget, I put on here saving and debt. So these are typically the kinds of financial goals that you're working towards. And overall, I think that it's just important to see that you can put 27% of your total budget to these financial goals if you are working on a budget like this. So maybe you don't need to be saving money right now, but you need to be paying off debt. Okay, so instead you can put this at 0 and put this back at 27. So you can put almost $1,100 a month to debt. How awesome is that you guys can still accomplish financial goals? So this is just an example of how you can allocate $65,000 of annual income into a monthly household budget. As you can see, we've covered all of our regular costs. We've even had fun this month, and we've accomplished some serious financial goals, like paying off almost $1,100 of debt. So seeing that you can still put 27% of your income towards goals is awesome and should be a huge encouragement to you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and this budget. Let me know if there's any other income levels that you guys are wanting to see. I'm excited to keep recording more of these budget videos, as it seems like you guys are interested in learning about this. So with that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.